You know, I've seen a lot of the narrative out there about him that this happened because he's not in shape and he's too big. That kid's a freak of nature. Learning how they're going to keep him lean and giving him the core strength and stability and control he needs. In this case, he gains muscle mass so fast and gains weight so fast. No one's ever dealt with anybody like him before. So he's 19. It's going to be a learning experience for all of us. But the notion that this happened somehow because Zion's in poor condition is just asinine.
That's it right there. That's the Pelicans GM David Griffin addressing the media about Zion Williamson and his injury. You see, he's fed up with the claims that Zion Williamson is not in shape. The Pelicans don't believe that it's a weight issue for Zion, and as he's voicing his statements and feelings into words, he says one very important thing.
No one's ever dealt with anybody like him before, so...
That's true. There's never been a 280-pound, 6'6" player ever. But Zion's weight isn't the issue. Not exactly. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. Zion Williamson is out 6 to 8 weeks with a knee injury that he'll get surgery for. Zion only complained about knee soreness, and out of knee soreness, now he's getting part of his meniscus removed. And there have been a lot of people who have been saying he's overweight for his playstyle, his high-flying, rim-destroying style. But that was never a concern in his earlier high school days when he became a viral sensation. Drop a like for Zion dunks, a good 5,347 of them. I gave my 5'7" point guard Hall of Fame brick wall, so if you want to see me set some mean screens, it's on my second channel. And to the 85% that watch my videos that still aren't subscribed, the NBA season is here. I would be honored if you could please subscribe. Zion was a 6'3", 175-pound freshman, as Zion called himself small. But over the course of about 2 years, Zion said he gained about 100 pounds. There's no way he gained almost 100 pounds. There's no way. He was just 14 going into 16. That's ridiculous. So Zion gained 97 pounds in 2.5 years. And he didn't even realize that he was gaining weight until his junior year when he stepped on the scale and saw that he was 250 pounds. His reaction to that weight was, oh, I'm 250? I don't feel 250. I don't feel slow. This is not normal. The normal muscle gain at the ages of 14 to 16 is 20 to 26 pounds. While I don't know how much of the 97 pounds was muscle and fat, looking at Zion himself in high school, it didn't look like he was out of shape. His senior year was when he was doing this. This weight gain is actually unprecedented. When Zion initially got to Duke, there were reports that he was out of shape, that he was too heavy, that he was thick. And then he did this. Zion proceeded to have the most efficient season in NCAA basketball history, with a 40.3 PER, and also the stuff he was doing on the court, there was no denying that he was special. He didn't lose any weight during the entire season and made his way to the NBA at the same weight of 285 pounds. Now let's go back to the comments David Griffin said.
In this case, he gains muscle mass so fast and gains weight so fast. No one's ever dealt with anybody like him before.
Saying that no one gains muscle like Zion is a pretty bold statement considering that David Griffin was also the GM of LeBron James, and also part of the Suns organization when Charles Barkley was on the Suns for 4 seasons. One who's a freak of nature himself at 6'8", 250 pounds, and the other who is notorious for fluctuating his weight. Let's look at these two for a second. LeBron is listed at 250 pounds now, but has played at 270 pounds during his NBA career. LeBron came into the league out of high school at 240 pounds. In his freshman year of high school, he was 6'3", 185 pounds, meaning in 4 years, he put on 55 pounds, which is nothing to scoff at. Charles Barkley came into the league at a weight of around 300 pounds at 6'6", but a lot of that, and I mean a lot of that, was fat.
Why you bully me?
Charles was the first to admit it. As a professional athlete, Barkley was lazy and let his weight balloon up to that. But with the guidance of Moses Malone, Barkley kept losing weight until he found his most effective weight at 255 pounds. But again, a lot of the weight Barkley lost was excessive fat. So while Barkley is saying that Zion needs to lose weight, their body types were completely different. There's one person in the NBA who is close to that type of muscle gain, and that's Giannis, who gained 52 pounds of muscle in 6 years, and that was with an emphasis on packing muscle. What the heck, Giannis?
NANI?!
Zion didn't focus on gaining weight and gained 110 pounds. A lot of NBA rookies focused on packing on muscle after their first year so their bodies can really take the strain of other players putting pressure on them. Plus, they are teenagers or in their very early 20s, so their bodies are still growing. But putting on muscle is tough, especially if you aren't super skinny in the first place. Lonzo Ball put on about 10 to 15 pounds of muscle after his rookie year. Ben Simmons has gained 33 pounds since college, but Zion for some reason can continuously put on muscle mass while being in great condition. So Zion can put on more muscle than LeBron, more muscle than any NBA player we have ever seen. I'm not saying that he can put on more weight because that is a different story. Other players like Shaq have put on a lot of fat to add to their weight. But Zion just puts on muscle mass. Typically when you gain too much weight or even put on too much muscle mass, a big drawback of that is stamina. Because muscles consume a lot of energy, the more muscles you have, the more energy you need. Then add to the fact that you need a lot of energy to be running up and down the court, and there's only so much that can be done. Also, moving more weight means the body's expending more. That's why players typically end up losing some weight when they get older in order to preserve their bodies. If they get bigger, that means they're letting themselves go. LeBron's done it before, dropping from 274 pounds to 250 in an effort to be quicker and also so that he doesn't burn himself out. Brian AMD broke down Zion's gait and how his swaying is a sign of trying to take pressure off the knee. I agree with the assessment, but then what is the right playing weight for Zion? LeBron played at 274 pounds at one point in his career, but there weren't any injury concerns at that weight because LeBron was all muscle. Shaq also got heavier during his career, putting on about 100 pounds in his first 10 years to 341 pounds. He more so ate his way to that weight, but somewhere around 320 pounds was when Shaq was at his best, where he was so dominant but still able to move enough. But to every player, there is a different playing weight that they are naturally good at. It's more about body composition when it comes to Zion, specifically because there is the question of how much pressure is he actually putting on those joints. David Griffin said that he can be 274 pounds with 8.5% body fat, and he can be 280 pounds with 9% body fat. Now, while that 9% of body fat seems low, a lot of NBA players are actually around the 6 to 7%. So there stands to be some sort of room for improvement, but Zion is only 19 with not a lot of fat and a lot of muscle. The problem will be to keep his muscles in check. He is still growing, believe it or not, and while he can lower his fat even more, the issue is whether his muscles will continue to grow. This is the first time we are seeing a player with Zion's physique. Despite being a guy who is constantly running up and down the court in the fast break, and despite the Pelicans trying to be a fast-paced team, Zion hasn't lost any any weight since being drafted. Yes, controlling his diet will help Zion lower his weight, but for a guy who quickly gains muscle mass, it's gonna take a lot of maintenance to prevent him from gaining weight at the age of 19. I can see the arguments being made for his weight, and while the way he walks is unusual, I don't think Zion has to drastically change himself physically. Zion is in good shape. We've seen LeBron at 274 pounds be dominant. Instead of going against his body's natural tendencies, I would rather have Zion focus on how to land so that he doesn't put all of the pressure on his knees like Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose did work on landing so that he wouldn't have the same pressure, and Zion could do the same. I'll leave that up to the Pelicans medical staff to decide what Zion needs to do for his career and longevity. As of the reports, they believe that Zion's weight is not the issue, and I'm pretty sure the Pelicans want Zion to be at his best and playing as many games as possible. Just remember, Zion is not normal. So let's stop treating him like he's some overweight NBA player. His real problem is how quickly he gains muscle, not his weight. As David Griffin said, Zion is unlike anyone we've ever seen. But what do you think? Does Zion need to lower his weight? Will he win Rookie of the Year? Drop a like if you want to see Zion come back soon, cause I do. You want to see what happens when a 5'7" point guard gets Hall of Fame brick wall for screens? No? Well, it's on my second channel, and if you're still here, you a real one, so comment muscle so I know. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Lucas, and the all-day notification shout goes to my boy, the channel OG, who's also been in some of the streams, Armand. Thanks for the all-day support. Make sure to hit the bell for all your notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit that subscribe button, join the all-day community for more fire content, all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.